with the line so far. Your line's already looking really good. All it is now is just practice. If you can stay on that line, you'll just naturally get faster with every lap you do. So I'd say now just start looking into those turns more, kind of like we were talking about, and you'll end up just getting way faster lap times and more consistent lines that way. Usually if your eyes are still looking straight, it will slow you down a lot more because your mind is saying, I don't want to go this way, I need to slow down. If you were to look into the turn, you'd be like, oh, that's an easy turn, I can turn at this speed, no problem. So yeah, really focus on looking into those corners, and we'll go for another few laps here. Awesome, it does look clear, so let's go ahead and roll out there, and let's take a warm-up lap. I can talk kind of in more detail, so I like to go out to the edge here, into the apex, and then come over to touch these rumble strips here. That's how much you can be straightening out of that turn. So out from the rumbles, into your apex. It's important to get to this second cone because it's going to make a straighter line coming into this right side. I like to use the rumble strips here. You use the rumbles and then come in to hit your apex, and then you're straightening for that power, and there's a straight line in between these two curves here that you're just coming out wide with. And then as you brake here, you don't want to look at this last cone, you're actually looking up to that apex, and that'll show you where you should be turning to connect that apex. Look at all this room you have on this right side to start straightening out. Yep. And then you're thinking about going around to the right side. You want to be almost parallel with this road here. Out, and then into the apex, straightening at that cone, and then kind of towards the cone, you'll brake out to it, brake, and release into the middle lane here. That middle lane will keep you off the curbing because you want to come in to touch it here, and then you can come all the way out to the left side even before the cone comes up. Yep, just a little left and you're out to that right side, and then you're braking. Think about riding the edge. You're staying wide until you find that orange apex, and then you make your turn. So you see that's a little early. It's so patient, that turn. Awesome. But yeah, we'll stay wide. We'll go out from the curb into the apex, and now let's give it some gas. We'll do this as our first lap here, so keep on it. There you go. We'll set up wide here, and now let's brake. I want you to stay wide like you're riding the edge and release that brake, and then you just come in nice and smooth to hit that apex, power out. Great job. And then as we turn, you're just maintaining your speed like cruise control, holding your speed, getting onto the rumbles now. Let's brake and release, go in to touch your apex, and now power out. Build up that speed, find a straight line just cutting through. Keep on it here, we're just setting up wide, and now let's brake to that last cone, all the way to it. Little bit of gas now, hold that speed into your turn. You have all of this room on the right to straighten for your power. Power, yeah, keep powering up, and then up ahead, we'll just even out our speed, and we'll hold our speed now, going into the turn, and then straightening at the apex, and then you're just swinging it out wide. Off the gas, no brakes, we can just coast it. And now let's hold this speed in the middle lanes. A little bit of gas to hold that speed. We're going around to touch our apex, and then powering out, building it up harder and harder. Keep pushing on that gas. And brake. I want you to stay wide and release. Stay wide, 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 wide. Now come in. Good job. Start powering out, building up that speed. Good. Let's maintain our speed in. Get in there. Power out. Hard on that gas. Hard. More. Keep pushing. And brake hard. A little harder on those brakes there. And release. Go around the curbing. It's a little early. And power out. Yep, it's so hard to not look off in the grass there, but essentially if you look in the grass, you'll end up making an early turn there. But you're looking good. We'll stay on the rumbles now. No need to brake. This is a perfect speed to hold going in, and then power coming out. Build up that speed all the way to that next braking zone. Keep pushing. And brake here. We're braking to that last cone, releasing. A little bit of gas going in to touch that apex. And then you're straightening for your power, building up that speed. Try to keep your hands in one place the whole time. Don't make me get the duct tape or the zip ties out. That'll give you the most control of the car. So don't move your hands, keep them right here in those pockets. Awesome. So keep it nice and wide here. You're swinging out wide. And yeah, imagine your car door opening to hit this cone and then middle lane. Little bit of gas now. You're holding your speed, keeping the car nice and stable going in, and then power coming out. More and more power, keeping on that throttle here. Good. Let's brake. Try to keep your hands right there in those pockets. Awesome. Little bit of gas now. We're holding our speed going in, and then power coming out. Let's build up our speed before the turn. Good. We'll hold our speed going in, and then power hard coming out. Build it up more and more, keeping on the gas and braking firmly on those brakes. And release out from the edge and then into the apex. Get in there, power out. Super smooth, just one smooth turn through every corner, just like that. So keep a nice tight line to your cones. We'll get on the rumble strips and then we'll do our braking. And release, touch your apex. Good, start powering on harder and harder, keeping on that gas here. Good job getting wide. Let's brake here, keep braking. Release, hold that speed all the way in as tight as it takes, and then straightening for that power coming out. Nice, keep pushing, keep on that gas. Now let's hold this speed with a tiny bit of throttle, just in to touch the cone, straightening out at the apex. Good, let's come off the gas, there's no need to brake, we'll coast it to the perfect speed, and now hold that speed. You look to that apex, a little bit of gas, you're holding that speed nice and even into the turn, powering out of it, building up that speed to that next corner coming up. Keep on it. Nice. Let's brake, stay wide, and release. Stay wide, stay patient. Now bring it in tight. Yeah, start powering out. Really get on the gas here before this turn. And now ease back to take the turn, and then power back on coming out. More and more. Keep pushing, keep on it, and brake hard. Keep braking, release, go around to touch that apex. In there now, power out. Perfect turn through turn one. Nice, feeling good in the Porsche? Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, keep a nice tight line. Let's brake to the perfect speed, release and hold that speed, and then power out. Hard on the gas. Nice straight line, just cutting through. Keep on it. And brake harder here. Good. Let's release, touch that apex at the top, whatever it takes to get there. Straightening for that power, hard on the gas, harder. Yeah. And up ahead, just ease back and we'll hold that speed with that throttle going in and then straightening out. Good. Off the gas and we'll coast it in. No brakes, you're looking great. Out, middle lane, little bit of gas. A little bit more gas, don't slow down. A little bit more gas. There you go. Hold that speed in. Power coming out. Excellent job. Keep pushing here and brake. Let's stay wide and release out from the edge into the apex. It tightens here and then powering out. Awesome. Let's do another lap. You're killing it. It's a slow day. You got the whole place to yourself. So let's power now. Let's build up that speed harder and harder, and we're just setting up wide here and braking to the perfect speed. Releasing and holding that speed around to that apex. Go, and then power out. Build up your speed, and then you're holding your speed, changing your direction nice and tight to each cone. Let's brake here. Release as tight as you need to. Get in there, and then you're powering out. Awesome. Keep pushing in on that throttle. We're just setting up wide for the next turn, and braking to that last cone. Releasing as tight as you need to hit that apex, and then you're straightening for the power. That was great. Keep pushing, and then up ahead, let's pick a speed. We want to hold that speed like cruise control. In, and then straightening out. Nice. Let's brake out wide. Braking, braking, braking. Release. In middle lane, a little bit of gas, a little bit more gas. There you go. Into that apex, and power out. Nice job. We'll get wide and brake to the perfect speed. Release, you're holding that speed. This is all you, our last corner in the Porsche. Awesome. Last little bit of gas here. We're going in pit lane. So we'll slow down now into pit lane. Man, incredible job out there.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That was awesome.
It feels so, this car feels so intuitive. You know, you ask and you just get a good sense that the car is just going to do exactly what you tell it to. There's no numbness in this car. Everything is just responsive. I like that.
And the fact that it's a smaller car, you know, you can definitely get a lot more feel, you know.
Yeah.
Almost like driving a little mouse.
Oh, totally. Yeah, it feels so darty compared to any other car in there. There's some cars that are much lighter than this one, but they just don't feel as tight as darty. But yeah, killer job in the Porsche,
Most
man.
definitely, thank you.
Yes, sir. We'll put it in park and we'll just leave it running. You are all clear.